Hello again. My name is Ray Stevenson. I'm in charge of developer relations for Qualcomm's Cloud AI Inference products. And today I want to take you through a sample using Google Colab. Google Colab is like an online version of Jupyter Notebooks, which if you're using Python and you're in data science and machine learning, you're probably familiar with using these. So here I have my notebook open called Easy Colab right here. And the very first thing that we have to do is we have to install the SDK that allows us to call functions and produce our output. So that's what you see right here. But if I try to run it right now, it won't work. It should say that it can't find the content, right? So first thing you have to do is you have to actually import that. And the Google Colab environment doesn't remember when you upload files. It actually gets rid of them after a certain period of time. Your environment goes away. So I'm going to go over here, click on the folder icon on the left. I'm going to say upload to session storage. And then you can see here I've got this wheel file. The wheel file is actually referred to in the GitHub post related to this same piece of content. So I'm going to choose that and upload it. Once that's in the environment, which you can see here, now when I run this, hopefully it should work. There it goes. So now it's actually installing the Imagine SDK so that we can actually call the functions from inside. The next step here is in Python, we need to import a couple different functions from the SDK, chat message and Imagine client. We go ahead and run that, and you can see the output very quickly. 0 seconds. Apparently it worked. It didn't give an error. And then we need to import some user data. So one of the things that has to happen here is we need an endpoint, which is where the API is located, and we had an API key. In this case, the secrets should be here. I've already stored them, but you can go get one of these from aisuite.serverscale.com and put those in here yourself. But once you have those, then this function here called user data get will actually, it's from here, user data from Google Colab. It will actually go pull that data in, so you don't have to show the secrets if you're demonstrating this like I am right here. So here we see the endpoint is set and the API key is set using those secrets that I've stored. If I go ahead and run that just to make sure that data is in memory, check mark, everything okay. Next thing we do, we're going to create a client. Here's the Imagine client, and we provide the endpoint API key we just sampled. And then we're going to choose our LLM model as well, which you can see there. Again, we're using the same one as in other examples. You could use the larger model, 70B, if you wanted to. But right now we're using the 8 billion model just to show you. And then here's our setup for our prompt. And just like when you're using any of the generative AI type things, you build a prompt, and depending on what you write in that prompt, you get different answers. In this case, what we want the prompt to do is we want it to take a piece of customer feedback, say someone left a review on a website, and we want to just say, is that review positive, negative, or neutral? And so here's the feedback we've chosen. We just said, we love this hotel, we'll be coming back. So that's all the user left. And here's the prompt setup. So we're going to say, you're an expert at sentiment analysis. Please evaluate the following customer feedback and answer only with positive, negative, or neutral. And then here's the guardrail. Only answer positive, negative, or neutral in lowercase, because what we intend to do with this data is store it in the database with the feedback so we can later do data analysis so that the business decision makers can say, hey, maybe which hotels are performing well, which ones are not performing well. Is there any other information about the feedback that customers who stayed here provided that could help guide how we manage those properties? So those are business decisions, right? But this is how you would apply AI in a business use case. So here you see we set up our prompt, and at the very end of the prompt, we actually add the feedback in that we're evaluating. So let's go ahead and execute that. Should work fine. We're just assigning some variables. The next step is that we're going to go and call the server. So here you set up your message with a chat message, which is a built-in function from the Imagine SDK. The role is user. Here's our content is the prompt we just set up. And then we're going to go ahead and call that and get the chat response choosing the model that we selected above. So we go and run that. And then the final action that we have to take is we see like, okay, what was the return from that function? It called the API at aisuite.serverscale.com, which is our partner again, who hosts Qualcomm's AI Inference Suite. And what we would expect, because we gave this kind of a positive sense, is we hope that it's positive. And you can actually see there that the return is positive. But if we were to go and say we hated this hotel, let's see, and we won't be coming back, I would hope that the response down here, I'm going to go ahead and run these steps again, should be negative. And there you go. You see that the response is actually, in fact, negative. So everything worked as we expected. This was pretty straightforward. It allows you to see how to build up a complete solution using the Python SDK for the Imagine suite and the Qualcomm AI Inference Suite. This is a simple enough code that anybody could take it and run it in Google Colab. They could also run it as a Jupyter notebook and take that and then build up a solution that tests out any kind of scenario you can imagine. Because of course you can change the prompt, you can try different pieces of data from your own data sets and see how to get a result. So that's it. Thank you so much. My name again is Ray Stevenson, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video.